आज हमारा देश और हमारी इकोनॉमी एक मेजर इन्फ्लेक्शन पॉइंट पर है. इफ यू लुक एट द एंटायर ग्लोबल सिनेरियो टुडे, दुनिया जिस तरह के दौर से गुजर रही है, द काइंड ऑफ अनसर्टेनिटीज विच आर देयर, द काइंड ऑफ जियो पोलिटिकल, जियो इकोनॉमिक एंड जियो कल्चरल चेंजेस विच आर हैपनिंग टुडे, उन सब में भारत के सामने कई नए तरह के चैलेंजेस भी हैं और कई नए तरह की अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ भी हैं. उन चैलेंजेस को कैसे फेस करना, उन अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ को कैसे यूटिलाइज करना, दैट इज़ द कॉमन गोल ऑल ऑफ अस हैव टुगेदर, वेदर इट इज़ गवर्नमेंट और द इंडस्ट्री और द पीपल और द डिज़ाइनर्स और द साइंटिस्ट्स. हम सबको मिलकर वी हैव टू फेस दैट चैलेंज एंड मेक श्योर दैट वी आर एबल टू टेक दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी. टुडे वी आर अबाउट 331 लाख करोड़ का इकोनॉमी, GDP. 31 मार्च का डेटा अगर हम देखते हैं, दिस इज़ अ सिग्निफिकेंट सब्सटैंशियल नंबर. वी आर ग्रोइंग रियल 6 to 8% band. In that band we are growing real basis. We have moderate inflation. We are practically growing at a nominal growth rate of 10 to 13% के band में we are growing. And since this entire growth story is based on a very clearly thought through strategy, very clearly thought through process, this growth story is going to continue for a substantial period going forward. I can say that with 95% confidence interval, we will be growing at this pace for quite a few years from now, which basically means that the way the world looks at us and our role in the world and our responsibilities vis-a-vis the citizens, all that is going to change substantially over the next few years. That is the theme on which I would like to make a very short intervention here, maybe about 15 to 20 minutes. Then if time permits, then we can do some questions also. I'll begin with the way technology has shaped our economy, the way we have utilized technology, as well as the way we have created and added to the growth of technology. Then I'll come over to railways. Then I'll share with you one ambition that we as a nation should have. We started using technology as a part of Prime Minister's Digital India mission, and one by one we developed artifacts and systems which is today collectively called as the DPI, Digital Public Infrastructure. और उस DPI का देश में, दुनिया में सब जगह नाम हुआ. भारत का जो पेमेंट सिस्टम है UPI, विच इज़ पार्ट ऑफ द डिजिटल पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, उसको जापान में पेटेंट मिला. अब दुनिया की कम से कम 13 देश ऐसे हैं which have either adopted or are in the process of adopting, and there are many other countries which are using this concept to develop their own payment systems. More or less, that is one major success which has transformed the people's lives on the one hand and given us a global recognition on the other hand. We use that success to develop many financial services. Mr. Puri would be the right person to share good examples out of it, whether it is micro insurance, micro credit, whether it is digital credit, all kinds of solutions we are able to today. We feel very comfortable using technology in our country. Even a small shopkeeper would like to use it. Whereas there are many rich countries which still feel very diffident when it comes to using technology. We used all that to build the next level, which was electronics manufacturing. Part of the Make in India vision of our Prime Minister, and it started with the finished goods. That's the way most of the countries have started in practically every sector. पहले finished goods, उसके बाद में उसके सब मॉड्यूल्स इंडिया में बनने लगे, फिर मॉड्यूल्स और उसके नीचे कंपोनेंट्स बनने लगे, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कंपोनेंट्स भी बनने लगे. and overall the way our ecosystem started spreading, उसमें एक एक करके कंपोनेंट्स का भी फाइन से फाइन कंपोनेंट भी बनने लगे, इक्विपमेंट भी बनने लगे. So more or less we have reached where we can say that we have reached a takeoff point. We have reached a takeoff point. कैसे जो इंडस्ट्री प्रैक्टिकली नेग्लिजिबल थी 10 साल पहले, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, दैट इज़ नाउ रफली 13 लाख करोड़ के आसपास की इंडस्ट्री है, जहाँ एक्सपोर्ट्स, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का एक्सपोर्ट्स या मोबाइल फ़ोन का एक्सपोर्ट्स के बारे में नोबडी यूज्ड टू थिंक. वहाँ पे रफली करीब करीब 5 से 5.5 लाख करोड़ का एक्सपोर्ट्स है. टेलीकॉम मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हैज़ ग्रोन मल्टीफोल्ड, 70-80,000 करोड़ रुपीस का टेलीकॉम मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है. डिफेंस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में डिफेंस का इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स हैज़ ग्रोन मल्टीफोल्ड, मेडिकल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स हैज़ ग्रोन मल्टीफोल्ड. इन सब का जब भी आप इंडस्ट्री के लोगों से बात करते हैं, जनरल सेंस इज दैट जो 30 साल में नहीं हुआ वो 10 साल में हुआ. दैट इज द सेंस विच पीपल शेयर. इंडस्ट्री वाले खुद ही बोलते हैं. तो दैट्स द सेंस. नाउ फ्रॉम दिस लेवल, when I said right at the beginning, we are at an inflection point. How do we build from here to the next level? That's something which we really need to concentrate upon. And that's why we decided to take the semiconductor mission. When our Prime Minister, in a very calibrated way, starting with DPI, starting with then going to electronics manufacturing, then going to components, and then going to semiconductor, there are many people who criticized कि semiconductor बनाना क्या हमारे लिए संभव भी होगा. Those kind of question marks were put in. But we adopted a very pragmatic approach, and we said that okay, in this entire universe of semiconductors, what is it that we should target? And we decided to target a particular segment which has close to 60% of the market volume, and which directly feeds into our automobile industry, our telecom industry, our power industry, our industrial sector, industrial goods. उस segment को लिया, 28 nanometer से 19 nanometer का segment लिया, and we started the work in 22. तो आज we have today about 6 units which are under construction, and our first made in India chip will roll out this year. But what has changed is the mindset has changed. The change which is visible is the mindset in our country is now changing, and that is what will take us to the next level of growth. And that mindset change which is visible whenever we interact with the industry, that change is in the confidence level, in the willingness to invest in design, in the willingness to be a product nation. 10 years ago, when you would talk about product nation, people will say, nahi, we are good about services. हम केवल सर्विसेज करें तो अच्छा है. ऐसा जनरली इंडस्ट्री की तरफ से, और कई बड़े इकोनॉमिस्ट तो आज भी ऐसा ही बोलते हैं कि सर्विसेज ही करना चाहिए. लेकिन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंड सर्विसेज बोथ आर equally important for the next level of growth. That's the point I wanted to make. और उसमें जो नया mindset है, becoming a product nation, being able to design a product, take it to the market, not just working for, वो तो करना ही है. दुनिया में जहाँ से भी अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले, काम तो हमें अपना बढ़ाना ही चाहिए. लेकिन केवल वो नहीं, साथ ही साथ अपना खुद का भी आईपी राइट्स, खुद के प्रोडक्ट्स, खुद का डिज़ाइन, खुद का डेवलपमेंट, खुद का स्पेक्स, खुद के स्टैंडर्ड्स, उस सब में भी जाना है. दैट इज़ द चेंज विच हैज़ come in the last, what we see, the change which has happened in the mindset, that change is today visible. अपना खुद का 4G टेलीकॉम स्टैक बना, नाउ दैट इज गेटिंग अपग्रेडेड टू 5G. अपने खुद के देश में बने टेलीकॉम इक्विपमेंट, दोज लार्ज रेडियो सेट्स एंड वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स बेसबैंड रिसीवर्स एंड ऑल, अपने खुद के देश में डिफेंस का तो वी हैव सीन ड्यूरिंग ऑपरेशन सिंदूर द काइंड ऑफ सक्सेस वी हैड बिकॉज we had taken our Prime Minister had given us the clarion call to be Atmanirbhar. So those things are today available in the industry. What I would like to request you is, use this opportunity so that the challenges we are facing across the world, use this change in mindset, use this change which is happening in our thinking process to invest more in developing your design teams wherever. एक MSME भी कोई ज़रूरी नहीं के लिए उसके लिए PhD वाले इंजीनियर्स लगाए. एक अपना खुद का जो कॉमन सेंस वाला अप्रोच होता है, उस अप्रोच से भी अगर प्रोडक्ट डिज़ाइन की तरफ बढ़े, और डिज़ाइन में बहुत सारी चीज़ें एक्सपीरियंस से आती है. ये एक इस माइक्रोफोन को डिज़ाइन करना है, इसका प्लेसमेंट कैसा होना चाहिए, इसमें फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी कितनी रहनी चाहिए, लेंथ अगर है तो लेंथ को वेरिएबल रखना चाहिए, फिक्स्ड लेंथ रखना चाहिए. कॉमन सेंस की बात है, इसके लिए कोई PhD नहीं चाहिए होता है. सो दैट काइंड ऑफ अप्रोच इफ वी फॉलो, देन वी कैन रियली मेक अ बिग change in our country. We can really take our economy to the next level. So that was my first point, giving the context of how we started developing technology both on the software and hardware side, how we moved up from finished products to components to semiconductors, and using the change in mindset which we have today. Can we develop as a product nation? Can we grow as a product nation? And to be that product nation, can we put in that required effort and put in that design thought process in whatever we do? Then we can really take our growth to the next level. My second point is about the big change which is happening because of AI. And all of us experience it, all of us see the uses, see practically every person sitting in this room would be using AI in some way or other. Now that's a reality. AI is here for good. It's going to be here. The way humongous changes happened in the past, internet came, internet changed everything. The container came, the box came, that was a big driver for globalization. Electronics में transistor, then integrated circuits, then chips का Moore's law, continuously things changed. Similar phenomenon is now happening because of AI. It will bring in humongous changes in our society, in our industry. So I think when that kind of change is coming, we should stay prepared for that change. Whichever industry we are working in, whichever sector we are in, we must be prepared for this change. From the government side, the way we have approached is, our Prime Minister always tells us that we must democratize technology. We must make sure that access to technology is available to everybody. We must make sure that technology is not concentrated in the hands of a few. That's the approach we followed when we developed the digital public infrastructure. That's the approach we are following in AI mission. So, in the first round, our target was to have 10,000 GPUs made available to everybody. So, create a bank of GPUs, create a data center of GPUs, and open it to all possible people who would like to use it for a fee. That was the model. So, against a target of 10,000, in the first round itself, we got 18,000 GPUs. Now we are about to get another 14,000 GPUs. So that's a substantial number which is now compute facilities available as a common compute facility. Simultaneously, we need to have models which are designed and trained on Indian conditions, Indian culture, Indian languages, Indian nuances, Indian social norms. So we have taken up development of models. One of the first one is being developed by Sarvam. There are 3 or 4 applications which are in advanced stage of approvals. We are also taking up common data sets as part of this entire process so that you can develop your applications which are useful for you, whether it is agriculture sector, whether it is healthcare sector, whether it is industrial sector, whichever way, we can develop the models which are suitable for our own needs. That's the thought process. So आप भी जाके AI कोश में you can see the data sets which are available, and there are multiple small very focused models which are there available on the AI kosh which can be used for your own applications. Then we are developing many applications which will again be open source to everybody so that you can use those applications and see how you can improve productivity within your own industries. Simultaneously, we are developing a very unique approach on AI safety. We have set up a AI Safety Institute, which is a totally virtual institute. The way we have approached this problem is, केवल कानून बनाने से AI का safety नहीं हो सकता है. We have to take a techno-legal approach. So techno-legal approach का मतलब ये हुआ कि अगर technology related issues को solve करना है, तो we will need to have technical solutions and a legal approach. So combine the two, then we can have a effective way of dealing with the issues. इसीलिए we have enrolled, empaneled many institutes, including IITs and NITs, who are developing solutions. For example, IIT Jodhpur is developing a solution to authentically detect deepfake, and their results are very good so far. And our approach will be, once these technologies are developed, we'll make it open source for all of you so that you can use those technologies without trying to access some very expensive tools. These will be available to you as a part of the AI mission. So my request to the entire industry would be, use it in a safe way, use this technology in a very proper way, and be humane. Have a humane approach. When such disruptions happen, then society goes through a very big change, and that change must be dealt with in a very humane way, is my request to the entire industry. That was my second point. The third point I wanted to share with you was about how the MSMEs, how industries can participate in the growth journey of railways at this point of time. We have achieved a major milestone. Many milestones we have achieved in the last 10 years. One of the milestones is we have become the second largest cargo carrying railway in the world. We have overtaken Russia and US one after the other. And today at 1,612 million tons of cargo carrying, we are second largest in the world now. And this is a consistent growth now. And this growth is helping the society in multiple ways. One, it reduces the pressure on the roads. Two, CO2 emissions are 95% less when you carry goods by rail compared to the carriage of goods by road. So 95% CO2 is saved, and that amounts to millions of tons of CO2. 3, we save the import of oil, because today we have practically electrified the entire railway network. जो 60 साल में करीब 20,000 किलोमीटर हुआ था 2014 से पहले, इन 10 साल में 47,000 किलोमीटर्स, 60 साल में 20,000 और 10 साल में 47,000 किलोमीटर. मोदी जी का काम करने का तरीका कुछ ऐसा ही है. जो टीम में काम करते हैं उनको पता रहता है कि कोई भी टारगेट नहीं होता है, जहाँ तक अचीव किया उससे और ऊपर और ज़्यादा, ऐसा ही रहता है. अच्छा है, देश के लिए अच्छा है. तो वी हैव मोर और लेस अचीव्ड कंप्लीट इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन ऑफ द नेटवर्क, एंड इस साल के एंड तक स्कोप 1 नेट ज़ीरो भी उसका सर्टिफिकेट भी मिल जाएगा. सो दैट विल बी अ बिग thing for the country, because so much emission saved, so much foreign exchange saved, and so much pressure on the roads reduced. All those things happen in single go. And also the cost of logistics reduces. Road के comparison में practically आधी है. Most of the sectors में there are certain places where things are different, but most of the places it's very cheap. We have also become world's largest locomotive manufacturer. Today our locomotive manufacturing is 1,600 locomotives produced in the last year, and that is more than the combined production of US, Europe and Japan. इन तीनों का मिला के अगर प्रोडक्शन देखें तो उससे ज़्यादा अपना, और अपने को रिक्वायरमेंट भी है, बिकॉज वी आर वेरी रैपिडली एक्सपैंडिंग, रैपिडली ग्रोइंग. वी आर ऑल्सो ब्रिंगिंग न्यू टेक्नोलॉजीज. अभी आपने दाहोद का देखा होगा लोकोमोटिव, विच इज़ बाय फार वर्ल्ड्स मोस्ट मॉडर्न locomotive in the world. So it's very, very, very advanced features are there. We have also reached a major milestone in replacing our older coaches. जो पुराने coaches थे, practically last 10 years में we have manufactured 41,000 LHB coaches, और अगले 3 साल में पुराने सारे coaches को replace करके नए coach लग जाएंगे पूरे railway network में. And our passenger number of passengers carrying has also increased substantially. अब about 720 करोड़, 750 के आसपास इस बार पहुंच जाने का है करीब टारगेट. तो करीब 720-730 करोड़ पैसेंजर्स साल के we are carrying. So in a sense railway has reached a level where जो कई वर्षों में जो ड्रीम रहता था, वो ड्रीम अब एक स्टेप बाय स्टेप कई चीज़ें इसमें पूरी हो रही है. स्टेशंस का रीडेवलपमेंट भी बहुत तेज़ी से चल रहा है. 1300 में से फर्स्ट बैच ऑफ अबाउट 103 स्टेशंस वो अभी हाल ही में इनॉग्रेशन हुआ. तो ओवरऑल रेलवे का पूरा ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हो रहा है. 70 से ज़्यादा रूट्स पे अभी वंदे भारत चल रही है. बुलेट ट्रेन का 300 किलोमीटर का प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट हुआ, और जापान के साथ कोलैबोरेशन बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है. साथ ही साथ एक आत्मनिर्भर भारत की कल्पना के साथ भी डेवलपमेंट चल रहा है. तो ओवरऑल वी आर गोइंग इन अ वेरी स्टडी डायरेक्शन इन रेलवेज.